G'day folks, how we all going? How we all going out there? How we all going? I come to you with great love, compassion and empathy this afternoon, and blessings for you all. I send you my infinite blessings and peace and love today. Okay, it has come to my attention this afternoon, and I have been guided to do a refresher course for everybody out there who is currently being triggered by others. So I want to remind everybody out there, and I'm fired up about this today in the most passionate way, alright, because we're all learning through this, okay folks, and we're all doing the best we can, okay. It's not an easy gig, and a lot of our shadow aspects are coming to the surface to be healed, and that's just a given, right, on this crazy journey that we're on. Right. I want to remind everybody that triggers are your gift. Triggers are your gift. Triggers are your gift. Triggers are your gift. Now, what I want to share is that it's important for us to be aware and be the observer before we comment on somebody's post, video or anything else. To step back and say, is that comment helpful? Is that comment coming from a place of judgment? And is it required to judge that brother or sister regardless? Now I state this clearly because at the end of the day, from my perspective, if I can't say anything nice about somebody out there, brother and sister on social media, then I will shut up and stay silent. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not my problem, it's not my issue to stand there and tear another person down just because... G'day Julianne, how are you sister? Good to see you. Beautiful bird this afternoon in the backyard. Ibis. Interesting bird, the ibis is here in Australia. Anyway, I got distracted, you folks. She's beautiful. I want to say this to you folks because I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm here to release a judgment upon everybody and my brothers and sisters. No matter if something doesn't sit well for me and I'm not happy with what they are saying, then it's none of my business to tear that person down and have a dodgy comment about them in the first place. Because ultimately, if I've been triggered by that person, then that takes for me to step back, be the observer and look at why was I triggered. That's me personally taking responsibility for myself and accountability for how I'm feeling about whatever it is that person has said, and it's not my place to state or say anything. Now, because I've written about this before folks, because when somebody judges you and you judge them back, then you become the judger judges the judge. A judger. I think I got that right. I think I got that right. If you guys get what I'm saying, whoever watches this today, don't become the judger upon the judger who judges you. Right? Because that will come back and it'll bite you in the ass big time. The universe has got this way of slapping people hard to do that shit. Now, I'm not here to tear anyone down, not here to frickin' mention names, not here to say anything to anyone. I'm just saying that please be very aware that triggers are your gift. And if you cannot say anything nice to anyone in regards to your comment that you wish to leave upon someone's post or a video, then shut up. Stay silent. Because it's not going to benefit anyone, because it's your karma that's going to come back and bite you in the ass. I've learned this all too well. Okay, because when it comes to that fact, okay, I'm just sharing my wisdom, folks. I'm not telling anybody. People don't want to, if people don't like what they hear this afternoon of this live, then that's up to them. I'm not going to judge you. I love you unconditionally. You're absolutely freaking amazing for even sitting through this video to get to this point if you have watched it, okay, or you're watching it now, right? Well, what I'm just saying, let's be aware of what we say to others before we actually make a comment. If it's not nice, ask yourself the question, folks, is it nice, is it helpful, is it beneficial? Alright? Because ultimately, if it's not nice, it's not beneficial, and it's not serving, it's not kind, then don't say anything, please, folks, because ultimately it's not cool to be able to do that. If you feel the need to pull somebody up and say, hey, hang on a minute, what are you saying that for? You know, it's okay for us to speak our truth and be authentic, folks, as well, right? And that's okay, but not to judge them. Hey, Claire, how are you? Good to see you, sister. Alright, so I want you to understand this, folks, because this is very important. We're all unraveling stuff. We're all getting triggered at the moment, okay? We're all unraveling patterns and programs. This is why I say to you every time I get on these lives, step back and be the observer of your thoughts, of your words. What are you saying? Is it necessary to speak up? Is it necessary to pull somebody else down? Is it necessary to judge them for what they've said? If it triggers you, don't say nothing. Walk away. That's the easiest solution to do. I don't respond to anyone who throws negative comments at me, because it's not my problem. It's nature's business. It's the universe's business. But I will not stand by and watch another brother or sister be torn down either. I will come from a place of love, and I will stand up for that brother and just say, hey, what's going on? Why were you triggered, and was it nice? Alright? Because we've got to be honest with ourselves. We come from a loving place if we do say something to others without judgment upon them. Alright? But we come from a place of neutral, and we come from a place of compassion and understanding for that person, whoever that is, who's left a nasty comment, okay? Or we can leave it alone. But it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong with it. But we're here to support each other, folks, alright? And being triggered by somebody else and leaving horrible comments is not beneficial to anyone, because that's not coming from a place of kindness, it's not coming from a place of compassion, and certainly not coming from a place of love. That's for sure. And I'll state that clearly. If I have an issue with anyone who does live videos or posts or anything that triggers me, I walk away. There's no point in me freaking starting an argument. I'm not going to start an argument. I'm not going to tear somebody down just because that comment doesn't agree with me or that post doesn't agree with me. That's not where I sit in this world. I come from a place of love for myself and for anyone who has something, to share, and my mind is open to listen to anything. So I just wanted to remind you that, folks, this afternoon, triggers are your gift. They are your gift. Step back and have a good look at why you are triggered by other people, if you are, because we're all reflections of each other. Remember, we're all reflections of each other, because there is something in all of us that we need to clear, and we are only showing the reflection of what we need to clear within ourselves by other people regardless. So I just want to remind you of that, please, folks, because there's a lot of anger flying around, there's a lot of judgment going on, there's a lot of sadness, grief, a lot of all emotions coming to the surface right now. And I just want people to understand that it's easy to freaking throw comments out there, wild ass comments to people, but it's easier to step back and it's harder to step back and be the observer and go within and ask yourself, why did I need to do that? Why was I triggered by that? What was the reason behind that? Okay? Because you can also revert that comment and say, I'm sorry, that was my issue. Because remember, folks, remember this, it's about not taking anything personally either. Okay? You must step back and be the observer at all times when it comes to judging others. We're not here to judge, we're here to unravel that rubbish program. And I love you all, but if I need to say something, I will say it with love and compassion in my heart for every single one of you. But please, we're all in this together, we're all unraveling bits and pieces, and I'm doing my... G'day Amanda, how are you? Sister, haven't seen you for a while. How you been? Even though I'm unraveling stuff, okay? Seriously. Thank you, Amanda. Right back at you. Right back at you, sister. I send you all my love too. We're all unraveling stuff, folks. Even me. Right? And I do my best not to judge, but I do my best to come from a neutral, central place here. A neutral zone of just saying, hey, think about what you're saying before you say it. Let's get out of this judgment zone. Stand back. Not even judging ourselves for what we've done, but let alone judging others. Let's not judge ourselves either. Be mindful, folks. Be mindful of what you're saying to other people and yourself. I've stated this so many fucking times. Seriously. This is me real and raw this afternoon. I'm pulling a bit of fireballs out here. Alright, so just keep an eye on what you're doing and be careful what you're saying out there, and ask yourself, the comments you leave behind, are they beneficial to others? Are they kind? Are they respectful? Before you say anything to anyone, step back and be the observer of your own thoughts and own mouth of what you're saying. Because I'm doing my best to do that every other day. I'm not perfect, guys, either. I've got stuff I'm unraveling, like I said before, but I'm doing my best. But if I see something that needs to be pulled up, then I will say it on a live video or in the blog. Because I'm just like you guys. I'm not above you, I'm not below you, I'm not any freaking more wise than anyone here. I'm not no more enlightened than anyone here, or less enlightened. I am on my journey, and I love you with all my heart, all of you, right? But let's drop the bullshit of the judgment, folks, please. All of us. I'm working through my stuff. I'm doing a great job with where I'm at right now. Alright? I'm asking for everybody else to at least be the observer and not judge others with their crazy, bloody, hurtful comments, which is not serving anyone. Everybody's got their perspective. Everyone's got their own journeys. If it doesn't sit well for you, then walk away. Okay? There's no need to leave a comment. There's no need to say that, you know, pull them down. That's crazy shit. That's tearing other people down. And I do my best not to do that at any stage. I just realise and become the observer from higher perspective, and everybody's on their own journey and everybody's got their own perspective and stuff, folks. But let's remember, the triggers are our gift. And have a good look at ourselves in the mirror when we get triggered. That's all I've got to say in the matter this afternoon. I send you my infinite peace and blessings and passion and love, and my empathy for whatever anyone is going through right now. I love you all, wherever you are. Take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.